Say hello, Denitra.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This is your girl, Vicki R. Williams Cullins of OPN-Door Communications, and I am here this afternoon with Coffee and Conversation featuring Denitra Hampton, and we're going to talk about the Black Angels. First of all, I want to let you know that we're here at her space for nurses by nurses. I travel, and I special traveling for Denitra. And we're not talking about our organization today. What are we talking about today, Denitra?
We're talking about the mini documentary that we're going to be doing September the 7th at the Chrysler Hall, Norfolk, Virginia, entitled The Black Angels. And so Vicki has been so gracious and invited me to her wonderful Facebook Live, you know, her space, her platform that she uses to empower the community. And so she's given me this opportunity to talk about an event that she knew we were doing and to highlight my very first mini documentary. So this is such an honor for me. And also, you know, I just want to say to anybody else out there who has a small business or has an event that you are trying to do, this is one of the best platforms to use in order to get that information out. So I couldn't miss this opportunity.
And I thank you so much. So, Denitra, how did this fall into your lap? What brought Black Angels to you?
You know, it was just what you said, literally. The story literally fell in my lap. And I have to say that I am honored that the universe has brought this fantastic, untold story to me in a way that, you know, I really can't articulate. But it literally fell in my lap. And I am a person who believes that anytime God gives you something, you have to follow through.
Absolutely.
So this is one of those things. This is one of those things that the story came my way, and I said just what most people are saying. I never heard of this.
Never heard of it.
I don't even know who the Black Angels are.
Absolutely. And when you brought it to me, I was like, what? Wait. And I saw that fantastic trailer, and Facebook family, I'm going to be sharing that trailer on my page. You have got to see it. It's phenomenal. But, so we've got the Black Angels have fallen into your lap. God has brought this to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, who are the Black Angels?
Black Angels, the Black Angels, they were 300 African American nurses who were recruited from the South back in the 1920s to the 1940s.
Okay.
And they were recruited at a hospital called Seaview Hospital. And Seaview is located in Staten Island, New York.
Okay.
And at a time back in that, people know that was a time of segregation. And so African American nurses did not work with
white patients.
With white nurses.
Okay.
So them being able to come to a space like Seaview Hospital was phenomenal for them. But at that time, the remarkable thing and the unique thing about this story is that they were recruited to care for patients with tuberculosis. Now, at that time, tuberculosis didn't have a cure.
Absolutely.
So the remarkable thing about this story is just that the white nurses refused to take care of those patients. So they put a call out, and these nurses answered that call.
Now, you said they came from the South. So what colleges or what schools? Because I don't know what the education requirements were during this time.
This particular story is going to be, you know, focused on the home of this story, which is New York. And when we talk about people who have come from the nurses who came from different areas, one of them, most of the nurses, Harlem, Lincoln, in that area, but from different states, they came to care for these patients who had tuberculosis. And at a time when others refused, this is the most remarkable thing about the story. And I am honored because of those 300 Black Angels, there are 2 left living.
Right.
2 left living, and I have been privileged to meet the last 2. And the great thing is about at the event, at the mini documentary, one of the Black Angels, Miss Virginia Allen, is going to be at the premiere screening.
And that's amazing. And she is full of life and personality. So if you have the opportunity, you definitely have to be there on September 7th?
September 7th, and the event is at the Chrysler Museum of Art. And September 7th, 6:30 p.m. Tickets are on sale at our website, www.fornursesbynurses.org, and the cost of the ticket is $65. Now, I also want to add on to that, Vicki, is that the premiere
Mm-hmm.
of this mini documentary is it's the groundbreaking thing for any type of event.
Absolutely.
So being able to be at this premiere is going to be the thing to do.
It's the event of the year.
Now, but if you can't attend the premiere,
Mm-hmm.
we have an opportunity for people to be a part of the work, and that's called our sign. They can donate to have their signature to our premiere program.
Yes.
And I also have on my timeline a space where they can donate between $20 to $250, and that will place their name on the program that Miss Virginia Allen is going to sign. And the thing about that donation is that the signature program is always attached to the premiere documentary.
Oh,
That's
wow.
why I encourage anybody to go out and donate to have their name attached to the program. So we have two ways that people can contribute to this event. This
And
historical event.
Don't forget about sponsorship.
Oh yeah. Well, small businesses, we are taking sponsorships,
Mm-hmm.
even individual sponsorships. We have a silver and gold and platinum package
Mm-hmm.
that they can go to the website and see what they are as well.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the key ways, those two specific ways are the most that we've been getting people to really participate in this historical event. And that is whether they are actually coming to the event to meet
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Allen and view the documentary, or they are contributing through the signage donation, which is a phenomenal opportunity.
Well, let's kind of go back to the documentary if you could. First of all, you are not a director, you're not a producer, you're a nurse, and you have this phenomenal educational opportunity here. So that's a huge jump. How did we get there?
And it's the $1 million question. Because I tell you, literally, just like you said, I went from teaching nursing science in this little shop in Suffolk, Virginia, to being a producer and writing a script for a mini documentary.
Wow.
And, I have to say that only can happen from the grace of God.
Mm.
It's nothing that I did, because I had never ever thought that I would be doing what I am doing right now. It absolutely blows me away, especially as an African American nurse,
Mm-hmm.
being able to give the culture
Mm-hmm.
an untold story
Mm-hmm.
about the history of 300 African American nurses is such an honor for me. And what I hope that every African American nurse who is in this Hampton Roads area will do is come out and pay homage. Let's give Virginia Allen her flowers while we can.
Absolutely.
That is what I tell my students.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I have been telling anybody who is attached to me
Mm-hmm.
about this documentary. It's about, now that we do know the story.
Mm-hmm.
I do hear people say, I've never heard of that. Well, now you know. And now that you know the story, let's give homage to the 300 Black Angels.
That is an amazing opportunity. So on September 7th, you have a one-time, one-in-a-kind opportunity to meet Miss Virginia Allen, as well as to view the documentary on the Black Angels. And I want to just add this. This is not just, Black nurses paying homage to Virginia Allen and paying homage to the Black Angels. If you're African American and you are trying to figure out how you can manage life and you could get from this documentary courage, because I think what we have to also remind the audience and ourselves is not only did these women, African American women, come up and treat the tuberculosis patients, that was at a time when this was a very contagious disease and they could have died from simply being in contact with them.
And they did.
And
Some
they
of
did.
them did.
And that's what's important to know.
And the thing too is tuberculosis is still deadly.
Absolutely.
We haven't eradicated TB. But the thing about this story is that at that particular time we didn't have a cure. Now we do have drugs that we use to prevent TB.
Right.
So the remarkable thing about these nurses is that they risked their lives.
Absolutely.
They risked their lives, and some of them lost them so that they could do the work that they were destined to do, and that is provide care to patients. And that's why the story is so unique and so remarkable, and that's why I'm glad God has given me the opportunity to share the story.
Absolutely, and I am glad that God gave me the opportunity to meet you and to feature you on Open Door Communications Coffee and Conversation. This is an important story, y'all. Go to Denitra's website, 4nursesbynurses.org.
.org.
You will get all the information that you need so that you could either purchase a ticket or have your name listed on the program. Or if so inclined, please be a sponsor. It's going to be, let me tell you, Denitra puts on top, oh my God, her events are always money. I'm just being how I am, money, okay? And what I mean is they're always classy. You're definitely going to get something to eat. You're definitely going to have a cocktail or some wine or two, and you're going to have a wonderful time. And of course, the ambiance at Chrysler Museum is just so elegant. It is a great place to feature not only the documentary, but all of you. So I'm hopeful that you'll get an opportunity to come out. Denitra, is there anything last that you want to say to them?
I do, and I want to say this in regards, because I am an educator.
Oh.
I'm educated at heart, but I want to say this to every nurse that's listening, not just African-American nurses, but to every nurse that's watching this Facebook Live. The contributions that these nurses gave to the profession of nursing. The contribution, this documentary is going to highlight not just the contribution that they gave to caring for patients, but the contribution that they gave to nursing science and the contribution that they gave to literally saving lives and to medicine. And that is what we're going to highlight, because I'm an educated heart.
And a scientist at heart.
Yes. And so this is going to add so much wealth to not just the African American story, but it's going to add wealth to the profession of nursing story.
And also diversity. That's something else that's you're very passionate about. And I'm glad that you mentioned that this is a film that not only needs to be seen by African Americans, period, but also the rest of our community, our Caucasian brothers and sisters, our Hispanic brothers and sisters, our Asian brothers and sisters. You can also be inspired and receive just that particular knowledge. History and diversity is something that we need to take wherever we go. So this is a great opportunity to have an actual premiere in our little space, Hampton Roads, at Chrysler Museum, The Black Angels, September 7th, 6:30?
6:30.
And you can purchase your tickets, and trust me, it's going to be a sellout. So you need to jump on that right now. And that website again is 4nursesbynurses.org. Have a great afternoon.
Bye.
And I'm about, because I'm a one-man man and I'm also a director and a producer, I'm going, bye.